What's up, everyone? Welcome to question 5 of November 2022 up until 2020. This is grade 11 maths paper 1. I am Gaston Mapala. I will be taking you through this question step by step to make sure that we fully understand what we are doing. All right, okay. So now let's have a look at this one. It was a financial maths question, or what they normally call it as financial growth. So let's have a look at 5.1. 5.1 said calculate the effective interest if the nominal interest is given by 13 compounded monthly. All right, and then the formula, if we have a look at on our formula sheet there, let's have a look at this. Is nominal interest is given by 13.5, and therefore percentage, we need to divide this by 100 as always. Okay, and therefore our M or our L there is going to be 12 months. This will give us 0.135. Okay, so our nominal interest formula is going to be given by 1 plus interest of effective formula. I am going to write interest of effective formula here. Yeah, I know what you guys are thinking, that I'm writing EFF, but yeah, I'm just writing a short version of saying this is effective interest. Yeah, all right. Yeah, even if I'm writing EFF, there wouldn't be anything wrong with that, rather. But yeah, but anyway, this is mathematics, right? So we are gonna have here also nominal interest divided by M. Here you are going to have M again here. All right, good stuff. So now what we can do here, we can substitute here into this equation here. Plus 1 plus effective interest is equals to 1 plus nominal interest 1.35 divided by, they said there, compounded monthly, so it's going to be 12. Yeah, close bracket is going to be 12 there. Okay, so coming up here, we are going to say therefore effective interest, it is going to be equals to 1 plus 0.135 divided by that 12 there of the 12 months. So basically what we did here is to take minus 1. This one, we have taken 1 to that side, is going to be minus 1. Therefore, we can go straight into a calculator and punch this, and then let's see how much we're going to get here. Please pause this video, punch it in your own calculator to check. This will also help you to practice punching your calculator, because we have seen, guys, with a lot of nailers, most of us make mistakes when we press calculator. So you would want to master that as well as master that as a skill, rather. Okay, here we go. Therefore, this is once we manage to do that, you are going to have 0.14. Okay, if you want to take this into percentage, it's gonna be 14% again, brother. All right, therefore, and that's how you would deal with this question 1. Please always remember this formula that is giving you the relationship between effective and nominal interest. Okay, question 5.2 is said, using the simple interest, how long would it take for a 6,800 to grow to 7,500 at an interest rate of 7.5% compounded annually? Oh, they said simple interest. So okay, we go into our formula there to go and check the simple interest formula. Simple interest formula, it is given by A is equals to P 1 plus I times number of months. Okay, so now what are they looking for? They're looking for N. They said how long will it take? So we're looking for N here. So let's come here, and then we're gonna see our A is the future amount, which is the final amount. 7.5p is equals to 6,800. Therefore our interest rate is going to be given by 7.5 divided by 100, which gives us 0.075. And we don't know what is N. We're looking for N. Therefore, when you substitute this into our formula, we are going to have 7,500 is equals to 600 plus our I of 0.75 times N. Okay, having that, now we need to solve this properly. So we need to divide everything. Need to divide everything by 6,800. Divide also this side by 6,800, guys. Remember, I'm using my skill of saying that I would rather prefer that we write everything, all the steps, then we touch the calculator after. Then we need to take one to this side, so we're gonna have 7,500. Otherwise, guys, you will make a mistake when you are touching the calculator, and then you just need to focus on writing the correct stuff here. All right. So therefore, what you're gonna have here is 0,075 n. So divided by 0,075. Divide everything here by 0,075. Now we can go and press the calculator and check what is n. So having that, we come here, press our calculator. You will find that n is going to be 1,33. This is, just be careful, this is referring to the number of years. So if you want to take this to month, you're gonna multiply this by 12. If you multiply it by 12, then you should be able to get an answer of 15,99 months, okay, which is basically which is basically 6 months. All right, 16 months rather. And that's how you deal with a question like this one. Let's move on to 4.3. If you didn't understand this, please make sure that you leave a comment on the comment section or request for more assistance, or reach out for me on WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number is on the description of this channel, where I will be able to assist you where I can. So let's move on to 5.3. What at 5.3 said, it says that Simon invested 5,000 into a savings account with an interest rate of 5% per annum, compounded semi-annually. Okay. How much will Simon have after 6 years? Okay, good stuff. All right, into a savings account. Immediately when they say savings accounts, we know that they are referring to a compound formula. So we're gonna say 5.3. 5.3 compound formula is an is equals to 1 plus I into the power of n. Okay, so now in this case we are given P is given by 5,000, I is given by 5%, which also needs to be divided by 100, 0,05. And therefore, what is n? N is, it says, after 6 years. Okay, after 6 years, this is what's going to happen. Compounded annually after 6 years. All right, so that's 6 years there. Okay, so therefore, what you're gonna come here and do, you are gonna come here and substitute into our equation here. It's gonna be A, it's equals to 5,000, 1 plus, remember this interest, this 5% interest is compounded semi-annually, so it means only twice a year you are paying this interest. Okay, so now what you need to do, you need to split it out. So it's going to be 2, you need to divide here. Okay, 0,05 divided by 2, because it's semi-annually and it's for 6 years, so it's going to be 2 times how many times 6 years. All right, and that's how you would deal with a question like this one. And then when we go and punch this into our calculator, it should therefore give us, this is what I got, guys. Please make sure that you got the same answer as well. Maybe I made a mistake, maybe you made a mistake, but leave a comment in the comment section below, so that we can be able to assist each other and help each other to make sure that we fully understand this. All right, let's come into 5.4. 5.4. 5.4 is divided to 5.1, 4.1. All right, he said that here's a question there of simple interest where P and I are positive. State whether the graphs of A as a function of n will be linear, quadratic, exponent, or 9 of those. All right, let's come here and see what we given is A is equals to By just looking at this, can you already see? Looks like it's a straight line. It's just a linear this thing. Okay, let's remove the bracket there to see p times 1 is going to be p plus p is going to be p times I times n. Therefore, this is just straightforward. There's no squared, there's no to the power of whatever. So therefore, this leaves us with a linear. This is a linear function, guys. If there was a quadratic, it was going to be a squared something, but there's no squared here. So it's just going to be a linear function. So let's move on to 5.4.2. 5.4.2, what are they asking? They said draw a graph of A as a function of N in your answer book. Okay, so now we can see here that M is equals to Pi. Then they already told us that P is positive, so it's greater than 0. I is positive, so it's greater than 0 as well. And as well as M is also positive as well. So if you were to draw this, you're just going to come here and draw it like this, guys. I think this is just straightforward. There's no manga about it. A is there. Therefore, as a function of N is here. So when you draw your P, maybe somewhere there it's a positive, it will just be a positive gradient straight line like that. Okay, and that's how you would deal with a question like this one. Simple, straightforward. There's no complications about this one, guys. All right, so let's move on to 5.4.3. Okay, 5.4.3. That's what the question said. If n increases by 1, determine the increase in A. Okay, so our equation here is given like that. Okay, so if n increases by 1, so let's first start by this. Let's assume that n was 0. Okay, if n was equal to 0, and then our equation is like this. So let's say if n was equals to 0, this is P plus P I N as well. So n is equals to 0. So therefore A is just going to be equals to P plus N plus I times by 0. So therefore A is equals to P. All right. So therefore now when you come here, say if n is equals to 1, you want to see that increase. All right. So now you're going to come here and say, okay, if that's the case, therefore n plus this, P I n is equals to 1, therefore it's equals to 1. Therefore our P would be equals to, our A rather will be equals to P is equals to P I N. So therefore your A value, therefore A increased by a value of Pi. We don't know what it is, but we know that it would have increased by that value based on what we just did here. So please, guys, be careful of a question like this one, and you need to pay attention and also ensure that you fully understand this, wherein you need to make sure that you are seeing this increase here. Okay, you must start, either you start at n is equals to 1, it doesn't matter, and they say n is equals to 2, it will just give you the same answer as well. All right, and then also this one here as well. Okay, that's it's not looking good. Okay, and this one here as well, guys. Okay. All right, I am Gaston Mapala right here at Maths with Gaston. If you've got any question concerning this question of November 2022, question 5, please make sure that you leave a comment on the comment section below, and then we can interact and see how can we better this channel and improve and make sure that we fully understand what we're doing here. If we don't, I don't mind repeating the same video like this one. We'll mark this one as part 1 and do a part 2 trying to explain even further and then go deeper in the concept if there's a need to do that. Please make sure that you share this video with your friends, your families, everybody, your brothers, your sisters, your cousin, and everybody else that really needs this video, and also your uncle as well. And make sure that this video gets to everybody that needs it. And then I am Gaston Mapala. I will definitely see you on the next upload where we'll be doing question 5, November 2021.